At this moment, I walked slowly from the guest room area, with an expression full of indifference on my face. Who are you? You have no business here. Little Zhuangzhuang scolded angrily. Oh, it's just a bunch of little Japanese brats causing trouble. My gaze fell upon little Zhuangzhuang. My face was filled with disdain. How dare you speak to us like that? We are the bravest warriors of His Majesty the Emperor. Just as little Zhuangzhuang finished speaking, I immediately unleashed my demonic true form, a purely destructive explosive force. Instantly seeped out from the palm of my hand. The explosion was but an instant. Yet little Zhuangzhuang's entire body was instantly melted. Only the puddle on the ground still vaguely proved little Zhuangzhuang's previous existence. Mimi actually killed little Zhuangzhuang. We must avenge him. The little Japanese soldiers around, seeing this scene, were also instantly enraged. They unleashed their demonic true forms and charged at me. Facing this group of otherworldly trash, I merely needed to throw a single punch to defeat them all. Boss, you're finally here. Luru Yuan excitedly rushed into my embrace and asked. You stand aside first. I patted Lemenju's head, then directly pushed her to the side. Afterward, my gaze wandered among these survivors. Who asked Li Menju to be the sacrifice? Was it you, or perhaps you? At this moment, the faces of all the survivors revealed guilt. Each lowered their head, just like rats that had been caught. That young man over there, we were just joking before. Sister apologizes to you. Will that work for you? The lady from before said. An apology is certainly acceptable. Now, you kneel down and kowtow 3 times to Luru Yuan. My cold voice reached the lady's ears. Okay, I'll kneel down right now. The lady did not hesitate in the slightest, directly kneeling before Luru Yuan and kowtowing forcefully several times. As the lady raised her head again, her previously fair forehead was already red and swollen. Little brother, look, is this okay now? Sister really knows she was wrong. If you're still not satisfied, then beat sister up some more. Sister will accept any punishment. Hearing this, I looked towards Luru Yuan. Luru Yuan nodded slightly, not intending to further trouble this lady. Then I looked towards the other survivors. From today onward, this is my territory. You can choose to leave, or choose to become my subordinates. These survivors looked at each other. Only a few chose to leave, while the vast majority chose to remain. Seeing so many people left, I was also gratified and nodded slightly. Although these people were not powerful, they could still do many things for me. At this moment, I heard some commotion in my ears. Could it be that these little bastards have accomplices? I felt somewhat displeased. I turned my head abruptly. Then, before my eyes, a group of soldiers dressed in camouflage suddenly appeared. After entering the restaurant, they immediately went on the defensive. Seeing no danger, they lowered their guard slightly. The one in the lead was a middle-aged man. He surveyed the surroundings and immediately inquired of the survivors here. The young man pointed at me and said, "Oh, he killed them all." Long Dui looked up, gazing at me in the distance. I looked back at him. Our eyes met, and I revealed a meaningful smile. "All right, I understand." Long Dui nodded, then walked towards me. "Hello, I'm Long Lifey. You must be Mo Chen, right? If our investigation is correct, is there anything I can help with? Could it be you're here to arrest me?" I asked meaningfully. "No, Mr. Mo, please don't misunderstand. We naturally won't just listen to one side of the story. It's just that with the apocalypse upon us, we're seeking Mr. Mo's help." Long Mifei said again. "As a law-abiding citizen, I have an obligation to help, of course." "Go on, what is it?" I pondered for a moment, then said directly, "It's actually quite simple. We want Mr. Mo Chen to reveal the way to become stronger. We don't aspire to be as powerful as you. Just enough strength for everyone to protect themselves." Long Lifey spoke politely. "I can tell you some things. First, there's the golden core. Within the heads of the demonic lies an extremely pure form of energy. Clean. After consuming it, deviants can enhance their strength. I pondered, then said directly, after all, as time passes, these secrets are no longer secret. And it's not a bad thing for humanity to have more powerful individuals. At least for Huaxia. Additionally, there's a chance the deviant's body will spawn a miracle tree. The miracle fruits that grow on the miracle tree can greatly enhance a deviant's strength. I continued. Upon hearing my words, a glint flashed in Long Mafei's eyes. The miracle tree. Will all demonic corpses spawn it? The probability is about 1 in 10,000, I'd say, perhaps for every billion demonic deaths. A corpse may spawn a miracle tree. I explained further. After 10 minutes of explanation, I had told Long Lifey what I knew, but concealed some secrets. Then I stood up and motioned to Luru Yuan, signaling him to follow me back to my room. Seeing me beckon him, an excited look crossed Luru Yuan's face. Couldn't the boss finally come to his senses? I entered the room. Luru Yuan followed closely behind, and closed the door. I stood by the window, gazing at the street outside. At this moment, the street was deserted, with various broken branches scattered on the ground. It looked like a scene from hell. Do you know why I asked you to come? I just took a shower. I'm all ready. Luru Yuan took a deep breath, raised her head and said to me. For a moment, I felt speechless. Then I cleared my throat and said again, this afternoon, take those survivors to dig for the gold river at the warehouse. Hearing this, Luru Yuan's excited mood was instantly extinguished. Then she pouted and left the room. A moment later, an angry Luru Yuan arrived at the warehouse and distributed short daggers to everyone, instructing them to dig for the gold river. She told them, whoever digs up the most gold boxes will become a debater. Literary language. The survivors dug vigorously for the gold boxes. In just 2 hours' time, the gold they dug up accumulated into a small mountain. But just as everyone was happily engrossed in their work, Luru Yuan suddenly heard the sound of footsteps. She turned to look, and immediately noticed a group of people surrounding them. These people were generally quite large in stature, with fierce expressions on their faces. Clearly, they were up to no good. What are you doing? Luru Yuan immediately scolded them. We're from the Soul Heaven gang. You must be Luru Yuan, the leading thug asked. What kind of nonsense is the Soul Heaven gang? Luru Yuan coldly responded, and took a defensive stance. You don't need to know that. Our boss wants to see you. The bald thug continued. He's inviting you over. As he spoke, the bald thug had already summoned his demonic spirit. It was a hideous spider. And if I say no? Luru Yuan asked. Shita activated her divine demonic spirit. Then you'll have no choice. As soon as he finished speaking, the bald thug and his men immediately attacked Luru Yuan. Luru Yuan showed no fear on her face. She immediately drew her sword and used her ultimate move right away. What a domineering woman! Seeing Luru Yuan's attack, the bald thug immediately hid behind the others. The rest were fearless to the death, using their bodies to block Luru Yuan's attacks. In an instant, everyone except the bald thug lost their lives. Their bodies sliced cleanly in half. Luru Yuan's strength had reached the 3rd realm. These small fry were no match for her at all. Witnessing this scene, the bald thug's brow furrowed. Damn it, I was told this woman was only at the 2nd realm. But the power she's displayed is at least of the 3rd. Their demonstrated strength was at least at the 3rd realm. The bald burly man realized the situation was not right. He immediately wanted to escape. But Willow's speed was as swift as smoke. Her figure moved swiftly, blocking the bald man's path. Stay put. What exactly is this mixed sky gang you belong to? If you spare me, I'll tell you. The bald man spoke agreeably. Certainly, no problem, Willow readily agreed. Our Soul Sky Gang belongs to a society in the Cherry Blossom Country. We use code names when carrying out missions. The bald man explained. Oh, then who is your leader? What's his name? Willow asked again. His name is King Jasudden. A hint of hatred flashed in the bald man's eyes. A spider leg, sharp as a spear, suddenly shot towards Willow. Seeing this, Willow realized the danger. She swiftly drew her sword to block it. In the next moment, the bald man's head rolled on the ground. Yet Willow's chest had been pierced. Not good, this pig's leg is poisoned. Willow instantly sensed something was wrong. At that moment, a bloody wound appeared on her chest. But strangely, she felt no pain at all. The next instant, Willow felt dizzy. Then she suddenly passed out. I was awakened by a series of hurried knocks on the hotel room door. Boss, you should check on Luru Yuan. She's been ambushed. Seems like she's been poisoned, one of the middle-aged women said nervously. I know she's poisoned. I looked Luru Yuan up and down. Luru Yuan had already passed out. Her chest was covered in blood, but she wasn't in mortal danger. For the boss. These are the golden boxes we took out, about 30,000 of them. Someone brought out several full backpacks. All filled with golden boxes. Good, I'll remember your contributions. You'll be rewarded, I said, directly picking up Luru Yuan. Then I put Luru Yuan on the bed and shouted. I stared straight at her body. I had no tension or fear about it. If I wanted to, I could directly save Luru Yuan. But I thought of an even better plan. Perhaps I could use this opportunity to let Luru Yuan break through to the fourth realm. Thinking of this, I immediately took out the crystals and catalyzed my power, beginning to refine them all. But I didn't sacrifice myself, instead compressing all the power within the golden boxes. After a few minutes, the tens of thousands of golden boxes had been refined by me, leaving only one purer, higher-level golden box. A fourth-grade golden box. I looked at the crystal in my palm, muttering to myself. After reaching the fourth-grade crystal, I put it in Luru Yuan's mouth without hesitation. In an instant, Luru Yuan felt a ferocious surge of power within her body. This power was exceptionally fierce and monstrous, constantly roaming within Luru Yuan. The lightning demonic patterns on her chest now shone with a purple glow. The lightning demonic spirit manifested on her. Luru Yuan woke from the excruciating pain, letting out a wail. Boss, I've caused you trouble again, Luru Yuan said tremblingly. It's okay, just endure it for now. It might hurt a bit, but if you can get through it, your strength will reach the ultimate level. I comforted her. I'll do my best. Boss, can you hold me? I feel a bit cold. Faced with Luru Yuan's request, I remained unmoved. Instead, my gaze was fixed on her chest, right at the wound on her chest. Somehow, at some point, black-purple tentacles had emerged. Watching the black tentacles on Luru Yuan's chest, my expression couldn't help changing. Because I hadn't expected that during Luru Yuan's realm breakthrough, such a variable would occur. Boss, you're staring at my chest? Luru Yuan's faint voice reached my ears. She lay on the bed, still unaware of her own abnormality. Beautiful, don't be distracted. Close your eyes, clear your mind. I immediately changed the subject. Hugging Luru Yuan closely, I said slowly, then closed my eyes. Yet the corners of my mouth curved up slightly. As time trickled by, the tentacles on Luru Yuan's chest gradually retracted into her body, merging with her as one. And her original wounds healed completely. Simultaneously, Luru Yuan's aura underwent an instantaneous transformation. But judging from her aura, even the power Luru Yuan now exhibited had surpassed. Luru Yuan sensed the change in her body and couldn't help but sit up directly. My chest has become full and buxom. I smiled slightly, then spoke directly. Show me your power. Hearing my words, Luru Yuan immediately nodded. In the next second, a terrifying black energy instantly appeared in the palm of her hand. I focused my gaze on this energy and immediately judged. It was still the power of lightning, but no longer the raging thunder of before. Instead, it was full of dark undercurrents, a wisp of smoke. Luru Yuan also revealed a somewhat surprised expression. Yes, boss. I now possess both the yang and yin lightning. My power is greater. I can do more for you from now on. Good. Tonight, you'll come with me. I glanced out the window and immediately said, in a moment, the two of us will walk out the front gate. But at that moment, a black figure suddenly charged towards me. Please, sir, help me. Please, I beg you. A coquettish female voice suddenly reached my ears. I looked her over, and an amused smile spread across my face. For the one before me now was not human, but a beast with white fur and a fluffy tail. Oh, a beast lady. What kind of beast are you? I teased. Hearing this, the beast lady finally reacted. I was no evil spirit, but a human. Big brother, I'm Tushin Susu, a fox spirit. If you save me, I'll do anything. Tushin Susu. Interesting name. Who wants to kill you? I looked the fox spirit up and down. Have you been overusing your beast powers? As I gazed at Tushin Susu now, a hint of lust stirred within me. But it was only a fleeting thought. In my previous life, the trauma was too great for me to easily overcome. I could not so readily indulge such desires. A plant-based aphrodisiac, I inwardly mocked myself. Unworthy of my status, I shook my head in disappointment. At that moment, the sound of hurried footsteps came from the distance. I turned my head and looked. I immediately saw the shadows of a large group of evil spirits. They were hellhounds. These innumerable evil spirits were all hellhounds. Hellhounds are an extremely powerful type of evil spirit. Their power lies not only in their strength, but more importantly, in their numbers. Why isn't the little vixen running away? Could it be that she has given up? Hundreds of hellhounds stood before me. A giant three-headed hellhound king at this moment spoke in human tongue. Great human lord, please save me, great lord. I don't want to sleep with this dog. Susu of the Tushan clan said in a pitiful tone. As she spoke, she leaned directly against me. Such a pitiful and moving expression. I imagined no man could refuse. Yet beside her, Luru Yuan glared fiercely at Susu of the Tushan clan. Just one look, and Susu immediately behaved herself, moving away from my embrace. You vixen, human. To actually find a human to rely on, you make us evil spirits look bad. In that case, I'll kill this human first. Then I'll properly play with you. The three-headed hound king said viciously. He then signaled his underlings, and instantly, innumerable three-headed hounds charged at me. But my eyes were full of calm. I did not move. Luru Yuan immediately drew her samurai sword from her chest. With a catcha sound, just one strike. The charging three-headed hounds were all instantly cut down. Leaning against the wall, Susu covered her mouth, staring in disbelief at Luru Yuan's figure. Seeing Luru Yuan's strength, the three-headed hound king faltered. How is this possible? How can you humans be so powerful? Luru Yuan, kill this dog. I paid it no heed. The three-headed hound king spoke directly. Wait, I still have something to say. The three-headed Hound King immediately tried to dissuade her. What final words do you have? Just say them. I looked sternly at the three-headed Hound King. My brother, we have no grudges. I only want this vixen. Just give a wave of your hand, and hand her over. From then on, we'll be friends. If you ever need help in anything, I can assist you. The three-headed Hound King said. Hearing this, I couldn't help but laugh. Befriending a dog? I don't think I've fallen that far yet. If that's all you have to say, then there's no need. Moreover, even without this vixen, I still plan to devour the essence within you. Hearing my words, the three-headed Hound King's face instantly became ferocious. Very well, then. Don't blame me for being impolite. The three-headed Hound King let out an angry roar, and all the surrounding hellhounds charged toward me. At a glance, there were at least several hundred of them. In the next moment, under the nod of Luru Yuan, countless yin thunders, like a tidal wave, instantly covered the ground and spread towards these hellhounds, advancing relentlessly upon these denizens of hell. Just in the blink of an eye, they completely enveloped all the hellhounds. At this time, the three-headed Hound King had not detected any abnormality, because with just a light puff from Luru Yuan, the yin thunders, like a quagmire, instantly enveloped all the hellhounds. Before the three-headed Hound King could even think of resisting, his body felt as if it was directly set ablaze. Clusters of molten lava forces instantly manifested. I'll kill you. I will definitely kill you. At this moment, the three-headed Hound King's eyes were filled with malice. Just then, he suddenly pulled out one of his dog fangs from his mouth and directly threw it towards the sky. In the next moment, the Hound King was completely enveloped by the yin thunders, as if he had become a part of the yin thunders themselves. All the hellhounds vanished without a trace at this moment. If it weren't for the remains they left on the ground, one would think they had never existed at all. My lord, this is the Jing River. Luru Yuan collected all the golden boxes and placed them in front of me. I nodded slightly and took over all the golden boxes. Then I turned my gaze towards Shansu. Just for an instant, a hint of anxiety appeared on Shansu's face. She did not dare to meet my eyes. Instinctively, she wanted to retreat. Why do you want to run away so quickly? I deliberately asked with a smile. Upon hearing this, Shansu's body trembled violently. Then, she knelt down in front of me without any hesitation. Great Lord, thank you for saving the servant's life today. Your kindness is unforgettable. Even if I become a cow or a horse in my next life, I will still repay this debt of gratitude. Shansu's words were very sincere, causing the corners of my mouth to twitch involuntarily. So far, I have only encountered two women, Luru Yuan and this Shansu. While Luru Yuan was acceptable, this Shansu was being rather excessive. Give me a reason not to kill you, I said again. Great Lord, my sense of smell is exceptionally keen. I can detect any evil spirits or treasures within a few miles radius. Shansu thought for a moment and immediately continued. Upon hearing this, I instantly became interested. Shansu's ability was indeed quite useful. I did not lack combat prowess, but having support like Shansu would be more beneficial. If this was her only ability, it would not have been enough to impress Luru Yuan. As soon as the words left my mouth, Luru Yuan immediately drew out 50 blades, ready to attack Shansu. Seeing this scene, Shansu was almost scared to the point of wetting herself, frantically begging and so on. Great Lord, I still have other value. I know there is a gathering place of evil spirits nearby. There exist over 10,000 evil spirits, and all of them are above the earth level. Hearing these words, my interest in Shansu grew even more. I was even a little excited, because now, only by slaying more high-level evil spirits on the front line would I have a chance to break through to 4,000. Please follow me now. Tomorrow, you'll take me to that evil spirits gathering place. Hearing my words, Shansu hurriedly nodded. The tension on her face instantly disappeared. No problem, great lord. From now on, I'll be your most valiant subordinate. I didn't respond to Shan Su Su. I couldn't help but feel amazed in my heart that I had gained another Chunabu kid by my side. A moment later, I led Luru Yuan, and we soon arrived at the warehouse from before. Inside the warehouse, there were corpses everywhere. Even from hundreds of meters away, one could sense an exceptionally evil aura. I surveyed the entire warehouse, and a smile instantly appeared on my face, for at this moment, all the evil spirits' corpses were continuously dissolving and converging. Others may not know what was happening, but I was very clear. This meant that a miracle tree would soon sprout here. I just didn't know what kind of miracle tree it would be. With tens of thousands of F-level evil spirit corpses, it would definitely be at least a middle-grade one. I couldn't help but marvel. Master, there are at least 100,000 evil spirit corpses here. A miracle tree will probably sprout soon. Seeing the massive amount of evil spirit corpses, Tu Shan Su Su's face also revealed shock. It seems you really know quite a lot. I didn't answer, but asked a question instead. Tu Shan Su Su laughed awkwardly. Heh heh. The miracle tree is about to break through the soil. We must find some help to deal with the trouble to come. I thought to myself, the miracle tree will attract surrounding evil spirits, so I must plan how to deal with it. Then I told Tu Shan Su Su to find me some undedicated dolls. This naturally wasn't for my own use, but to create subordinates. Tu Shan Su Su's sense of smell was very keen. She quickly found me a doll shop at a chain supermarket. The supermarket was now tightly closed, with no living people inside. But similarly, I didn't sense any evil spirits either. Strange occurrences must involve demons. I didn't let my guard down at all. Master, you can rest assured, Tu Shan Su Su said confidently. There probably isn't a single evil spirit in the supermarket, but at that moment, I suddenly sensed an energy fluctuation. In an instant, I activated my evil spirit true form, and at the same time, a black shadow flashed before my eyes. This black shadow moved extremely quickly. In the blink of an eye, it was right in front of me. Then I felt a surge of powerful energy attacking my head. I immediately swung my fist to block it. This time, I was still using the Zodiac Dragon's evil spirit true form. My fist carried the power to destroy all living beings and instantly blocked the attack. In that moment, I also clearly saw the black shadow. What exactly it was? It was an exceptionally skinny man. Yet this man's strength was extremely powerful. That punch could have directly killed an ordinary person. Seeing that I blocked his attack, the man's body flashed again, and he suddenly disappeared from before me. A deceiver of the world, I immediately made the judgment. This person was not a simple evil spirit, nor a simple human. More like a combination of the two. Moreover, the evil spirit this man had contracted was clearly unusual. From a simple exchange, I could sense its potential had at least reached B level, and its strength had already attained the second rank. Master, this man feels so eerie, as if he can hide in the shadows. Luru Yuan couldn't help but speak. I nodded. This ability is indeed monstrous, but it's not invincible. Master, I can find him. Just then, Tu Shan Su Su suddenly spoke up. Hearing Tu Shan Su Su's words, I gave a slight nod. I remembered Tu Shan Su Su said. Her sense of smell was very keen. In that case, Tu Shan Su Su could indeed find this deceiver's location. Immediately after, a powerful aura suddenly erupted from Tu Shan Su Su's body. The next moment, the originally beast-eared Tu Shan Su Su directly transformed into a white fox. At this moment, Tu Shan Su Su suddenly sniffed the ground. Her black pupils instantly constricted slightly. Master, I sense he is right beside me. Or rather, he is in every corner here. What? I instantly frowned. Yet I couldn't help but ponder. The supermarket lights suddenly all went out. The entire supermarket became completely silent. The red moonlight from outside shone in, appearing so horrifyingly gloomy. Please continue. A series of cold, maniacal laughs reached everyone's ears. Why should only you have company around you? Why can't I have any around me? But no matter. As long as I kill you, those two will be mine. However, I was not affected by this voice at all. But Luru Yuan and Shan Su immediately showed signs of being impacted. Luru Yuan's state was better. Her eyes just became a bit dazed for a moment, but returned to normal in just a few seconds. Shan Su's strength was clearly weaker. Her eyes had become completely blank, and her body began walking forward uncontrollably. It was at this moment that I suddenly saw a black shadow attacking me. Instinctively, I prepared to use the dragon's explosive burst to counterattack, but then I immediately frowned deeply. Not right, this was just an illusion. I immediately switched targets, turning my gaze towards Shan Su's body. Although I couldn't see his figure, my instincts told me that this deceiver's true target was Shan Su. The next second, I looked at Shan Su's body and unceremoniously used the dragon's power directly on her. After a miserable scream of pow-ah, agonizing wails instantly reached my ears. How could you have discovered me? This is impossible. Impossible. The next moment, a familiar figure appeared before my eyes. Still the same skinny, skeletal man. Only now, his abdomen had a gaping hole. Black blood mixed with intestines flowed all over the ground. Yet bizarrely, the man still did not die immediately. Although I sympathize with your plight, reality is simply that cruel. Luru Yuan, kill him. I immediately spoke to Luru Yuan. Luru Yuan did not hesitate at all, immediately swinging her dance sword, slashing directly towards the man.